and crossed the borderline twice, engaging in illegal activities and provoking and attacking Chinese personnel, resulting in serious physical confrontation between border forces on the two sides. This yellow line marks the boundary between these superpowers. Known as the line of actual control, it is not a hard frontier as China and India have never agreed on where their border should lie. In 2017, the two sides confronted each other for 73 days after Indian troops blocked construction of a road by China. Flare-ups have vexed Chinese and Indian leaders for years, with a lasting solution seemingly out of reach. This latest escalation suggests a rocky road ahead for these two nuclear-armed nations.
For more, I'm joined by Praveen Sahni, the editor of Force magazine, which focuses on Indian military matters, and he's also the co-author of a book, Dragon on Our Doorstep, looking at India's military policies vis-a-vis China. Praveen Sahni, troops of both nations in eyeball-to-eyeball contact for over a month now. Was it only a matter of time before such a deadly clash would occur?
No, I don't think so, because neither side wanted an escalation. And if you see in this clash, no firearms have been used. It's basically some heated moments which were beyond anybody's control. And at this time, the people have died because of batons and stones which were thrown, basically have been lynched. As you rightly pointed out, we know the casualties on the Indian side, the other side we don't know. But now we also know that officers of the rank of Major General 2-star, now they are confabulating and they are trying to defuse the situation. So this was certainly not on the cards at all, whereas both sides had done the build-up.
One can imagine that there'd be a significant pressure on the Indian leadership to respond. And you've also recently said that India has no military options in Ladakh. If that's the case, what happens next?
Yeah, so you see, what happens is that the Chinese have already taken a very belligerent posture, and they have sort of warned India for the simple reason that what the Chinese have in Tibet Autonomous Region is their operational base, which basically means that they have a lot of soldiers, they have equipment, they have done the training, they have ammunition, and they are absolutely ready and, oriented also. So all the requirements which are needed for an escalation, they are ready. On the other hand, unfortunately, the Indian side have simply built up for not even a guarding role, but a policing role. So when India says that they are ready, it basically, I would say that in some way that facade has been blown off. For the simple reason, it is the truth that we are not oriented. All the things, the pluses that the other side has, India doesn't have, which reflects very well and very clearly in the tone of the PLA, in their statement, in their belligerence. So I think it's a situation which is very tricky for India.
What are India's next steps then? Do you see a de-escalation happening?
Oh, absolutely, because neither side wants a war. Because what will happen is the next step I see the Chinese taking a more hardened position. You see, at wherever they were willing to relent or give a bit of a leeway for the Indian side, to the Indian side, they'll withdraw, knowing fully well that whereas they have the troops at their operational base, for the Indians to create a habitat to get the things going will be a very difficult, arduous task. So they understand the handicaps and the limitations right now of the Indian Army and the Indian military. So their position, I expect to be sufficiently hardened, and I expect that they will be asking much more than they would have otherwise asked.
Editor of Force magazine, Praveen Sahni, thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you.